Good morning and welcome to beautiful Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm Brian Tuttle with Carolina Aircraft, here today to show you our latest listing, this beautiful 2006 G36 Bonanza November 36 Bravo Zulu. Let's have a closer look. November 36 Bravo Zulu is a very nice 2006 G36. This airplane has 1,395 hours total time since new. That time is also on the engine, 1,395 since new. The compressions are still good. A couple cylinders have been replaced. This airplane does have the factory precision tuned fuel injectors on it. Special edition cylinders. The hoses, all the fluid carrying hoses were replaced at the 5-year interval. And also the prop is a 3-blade hot prop. It also has 1,395 hours since new as well. And we have the polished spinner as well. November 36 Bravo Zulu is a one-owner airplane out of Maryland, and it's in beautiful condition. The paint is original. It's always been hangared. It is DeSoto white with burgundy and gray striping. You can see the end numbers here are also outlined in gray, and I would call this paint at least an 8.5. This is in beautiful condition. The tail section and elevators on November 36 Bravo Zulu are in beautiful condition. Again, this airplane has always been hangared and no corrosion back here whatsoever. Everything looks very nice, been very well maintained. November 36 Bravo Zulu has the 2 big cargo doors in the rear with the club seating. Let's take a closer look. The interior on November 36 Bravo Zulu is in beautiful condition. Very nice gray leather seating. The side panels are gray. The trim work and the wood is in beautiful condition. The headliner as well. You can see we have nice tinted windows here. Very nice executive table with 4 cup holders up here. And you know, I'm 6'2", 215 pounds. I've got plenty of headroom here, plenty of shoulder room. Plenty of leg room, very comfortable back here. It's almost like I was sitting in my easy chair in my living room. November 36 Bravo Zulu has the latest in avionics by Garmin. This is the G1000 package. Let's take a closer look. 36 Bravo Zulu has the Garmin 1000 package. You can see here, this is your primary flight display. Starting at the top, your navigation and communication radios go in here. You've got your heading sync for your heading bug. Over here, your altitude pre-select, you can select here. Your airspeed tapes, now these have your VX, your VY, and your go-around speeds already programmed in. You can see here we have a nice flight director currently in the go-around mode. On the far right here, this is your altitude pre-select and your altimeter, and if we were climbing or descending, you'd be able to see your tapes for your vertical speed here as well, and then your built-in HSI. One nice feature is we have an inset here where we can put different things, your topography, your traffic, your train, your NEXRAD, your lightning. Any of those things can be put up on your inset here, or you can turn it completely off as well. Also here you have your transponder where you just click here, click for your code, and then you put your code in, or you know, as you get turned loose, it's got your VFR button as well. On the far right of the primary flight display here, you can see you have your volume controls, your communication controls with your push for 1 and 2, your course and your baro, to where you can change those. You have your range for your inset that we talked about earlier. And then you have your flight plan pages on this as well. So if I'm going to go over to Winston-Salem, for example, I can just simply put in KINT and hit enter. And you can see my slaving mechanism automatically points me over to Winston-Salem. And we can make changes in everything from this push button here. We have our procedures in there as well. I won't go through that, but you can upload your procedures, whether that be departure procedures, arrivals, or instrument approaches. In the middle, these are all of our audio controls. We have COM 1, COM 2, and actually a COM 3 as well, and a split COM. If you have a co-pilot or a passenger that wants to make a call from their side, they can do that. You would just go COM half, and they would be able to talk, and you could still listen on your side. One neat thing that we have here is the display backup. If I push this, our multifunction display now also becomes our primary flight display. So if you've got someone in the right hand seat and they want to fly, you can push the display back up and they see everything that you see directly in front of them versus trying to lean over your shoulder to fly. So we'll reset that back and we'll talk about our multifunction display. Our multifunction display on the G1000, we'll talk about first on the left hand side. Here's all of your controls for your Garmin GFC 700 autopilot. This is an incredible 3-axis autopilot. Works better than some of the King Airs and jets that I used to fly back in my corporate days. But all of your controls are here. The multi-function display has a lot of the same controls as we saw on our primary flight display. So what I'll touch on here is at the top left, that's your manifold pressure gauge, your RPM, and then you see your engine instrumentation with your gallons per hour on your fuel flow, cylinder head temperature, oil temp, oil pressure, your alternator loads. There's dual alternators on this airplane, your bus volts, and then your fuel quantity. And if you look at the bottom here, there's a soft key for your engine, and then I can hit system, and it brings up everything we were just looking at, but in a digital as well, and then gives you your range if you've input your gallons, your endurance and your range, and each individual alternator load and bus loads. Also, this is where you would increase or decrease your fuel as you're refueling. And then you can see here we have a lean assist. As you get up to altitude, you would hit lean assist, and that would walk you through how to lean out the airplane for best fuel, for best economy. If you're going to lean a peak or reach a peak, that's where you would do that. So let's go back now over to the right hand side. Again, same as what you had on your primary flight display. So you can also input your flight plan and procedures and stuff there, but I want to concentrate on the bottom here. That we're on the primary map page, and I'll zoom out a little bit here on our range. As I turn it, you can see now this is your traffic page. This airplane has the Garmin 330 transponder built in, so this is the TIS traffic. Your next page here is your XM weather. This has the Garmin GDL69A, and this is where you would see your weather. The last page is your TALS. This has the Terrain Awareness and Warning System, TALS B, and that's where you would pick that up. So if we go back and then change to our waypoint page, this is where you would get your information for, currently we're in Greensboro, North Carolina. So this has all of your information about Greensboro, your runways, all of your frequencies, and those things. And then just different information about intersections and NDBs and whatnot in this area. Back to our aux page, you've got some different input here. The main page I'm going to turn to, that's your satellite page, and is your XM music. So if I highlight this and I want to go to Prime Country Joe Diffie, I would just hit enter and then go down to our volume and set our volume levels at what we want. One nice thing I really like about the G1000 is, unlike when you have XM on a Garmin 530 or 430, the G1000, it will not cut out your voice. If you want to sing along or you're talking with your passengers, you can do that. It will still cut out, obviously, when the controllers are trying to call you. But you can sing along with the G1000, which is a nice feature. And then this just gives you some update status type information. The last page here is your nearest. That's your nearest airports, nearest intersections, NDBs, VORs, waypoints, and those type of things. So quite a bit of information here on the G1000. Very nice avionics suite, latest and greatest from Garmin for the Bonanza. And On the far right here, you can see we have our backup instrumentation. This is our backup airspeed indicator, our backup electronic attitude indicator, and this has a built-in battery as well. So if you lost all of your G1000, you would be flying on these instrumentations here. This has a backup battery that's good for, I believe, about 30 minutes to help get you down, and this obviously is your backup altimeter. On the left-hand side here, you can see we have an outside air temperature gauge. Then moving over to the yoke, for our left finger here, our mic button. At the top, we have our autopilot disconnect and interrupt switch, our control wheel steering switch that controls our flight director, and then our electric trim switch. And in the middle, we have a nice beach chronometer that also has a timer built in. And then on the right-hand side, we have a switch for our map light below the yoke, transponder ident button. And then a neat feature here, this is a button that if you pull it back, it's an audio replay if you missed the last call, or you can push forward to clear your XM weather storm strikes on your primary flight display or multifunction display. The interior on 36 Bravo Zulu is in beautiful condition. You can see here that the glare shield is also in very nice condition, no cracks. All the windows are beautiful, no scratching, no crazing whatsoever. Very nice airplane. If you're in the market for a nice G36, come visit us in Greensboro, North Carolina, and take a look at November 36 Bravo Zulu. This is a very nice one-owner, no damage history airplane. Currently has 1,395 hours total time since new. This has the G1000 package with the GFC 700 autopilot. It's very well equipped with factory air conditioning, XM weather, XM music, TALS-B, and much more. You can see us online at www.carolinaaircraft.com or call us at 336-665-0300. I'm Brian Tuttle, and thanks for watching.